Doo-doom, 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 doo-doom. Why? Why? Oh, never mind. You know, I got a new stand. Let's try it. This might fuck with you a little bit. We can handle it. Doom 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 doom. How about that? How about it? Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's do one other thing. Oh, there's a lot of shadows. That's why. Maybe all this blue ain't doing me no favors. Somebody's talking right outside my house. No? Come on. Alright. I don't feel like fucking with it. One more change. If it does anything. Yeah. Great. Great. Headphones. I had some sound difficulties earlier today. I had to get a new interface because the back of mine's all fucked up. The power, like there's like a where you put the power cord, like the PC cord in. No good. No good. But I look great. I look like a sailor. And I'm ready to sail. We got mad shit. Mad shit. Gotta be careful what we reveal on the stream. If you're one of us, if you're involved in the game, don't look. Keep the stream up, but don't look. Ah, shit. Shooter, tutor. Shitter, titter. Getting the chat up so I can see what the fuck I'm looking at. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. 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 Shit on a shingo. Shit on your nuts. Shit on your titties. Let's say what's up. So what I was doing, I was going through all the PDFs that I have and was writing down one shots that I would like to use. I got a stack of books beside me. I guess I could try to whip out the second cam, but I don't feel like doing that right now. You don't need that. You don't need that, and I don't need that. So let's just do PDFs. I might have some. So we did the Total Party Kill handbooks last night. We're looking for higher level quests. Oh yeah, I have that thing. It's like 100 monster hunts. That's what we want that. All right, let's see what we got. So I want to. These are probably not as much one shots as they are. So you don't have to see my icons. I should put my icons not on my first monitor. That would probably make sense for streaming. What up, Mr. Buddha? I'm looking for one shots. You got me? The Bane Beast. We're going on a monster hunt. The supplement has been designed to give dungeon masters a quick and easy method of generating short monster-related quests for their players. Many of these bounties include creatures from the brand. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so here's the table. I like it. So you just randomly roll the scenario. Bounty name. Oh, okay, these are like job boards. I'm in. I don't think I even really need to log these as much as I need to just use this. Like, make a job board and be like, you get... Yeah, the rewards are already set up. Everything's set up. And they can harvest stuff from them. Oh, I just realized you can't see the whole thing. What up, Mr. Buddha? So there's different bounties. So like that's what I just set up the board for just My idea is, what we used to have is a job board in town that you could get smaller jobs for, smaller quests, quicker ones. They could be done, you know, in an encounter or less. But it became too much for me to think of these little quests, and they were like kind of slowing everybody down. And oh, that sounds dope. I can't draw, and I wish I could. But yeah, I think that it would be easier to just make it like monster hunting mainly, and to give them a reason to go to a specific place on the map, and like maybe, because like they have multiple. It's Westmarches, so there's one main town, but there is multiple like faction related other towns, like race factions, like elves. There's an elf town, there is a dwarf town, there's the normal thing. The only diverse place is the starting city, which is called Solemn in my campaign. But I think, I mean, these still sound, they're monster hunting. It's all monster hunting, right? So let me just read a few of these. Let's just scroll down. A mechanical menace. We have a lot of constructs in our campaign. A mechanical creature has been reported to be lurking in the battlefield near the western swamps. Survivors of both sides tell stories of a creature clad in armor of the dead with horrific glowing eyes. Anyone wishing to investigate these claims further should speak to Kara Oakhand. Okay. So it gives you a person to talk to. I'll probably just use my own NPCs. Cadaver collector. Okay, so just a monster. I mean, I can use all this. Just some of these aren't going to be very difficult. Like this, Periton's Nest. So, roll covered as Periton, roosting on Mount Wolfcrag. Like, they'll wreck old Periton. I guess I could just increase how many with Cole. That's enough. I should get Cobalt Fight Club up. So, on our campaign, Westmarches, there is, I think, like 10 people active, 10 or 11 people active right now. We had up to 15 at one point during the height of the pandemic. And their levels right now range from, I believe, 7 to 12. I should just leave that up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get bigger parties, but usually around 5. Lately, it's been 4 to 6 people. But there were times earlier 7 people was not uncommon, which is I have a hard limit at 7 just for the game flow. So yeah, like, all right, let's look here. Periton. What? There we go. So 1 is nothing. It would take 7 for it to be medium. But it's also the rewards are, fitting to the difficulty. So that's something to consider as well. How big is this cadaver collector? Oh, it's fucking big. So, okay, it's literally all just it's gonna be random, and sometimes there's gonna be shit that they can't get. This is hard for them right now. And I mean, if you wanted to add a little spice, throw in a couple zombies that they can shred, that can just take a couple whacks. This one sounds wild. Assassination of Queens. I'm looking for a group capable of completing a sensitive task with speed, silence, and no questions asked. That rhymes. Interested? You can find me at the Old Frog Inn. Ask for Netch at the bar. They'll know what it means. The group will be introduced to a secretive man known as Balzir. He will offer the party a large sum of money to sneak into a Drow city and assassinate their would-be queen, while also stealing a brooch of Lolth from the queen's person. Excuse me. The Drow in question is known as Lady Shava of Lolth, a priestess at the height of her power. She's attempting to usurp the regions above her lair in the Underdark to further spread the religious influence of the Spider Queen. The party must sneak into the Drow's noble house unnoticed and assassinate Lady Shava and her underlings before her plan is complete. $50 G's. So this is a big boy quest. And all this shit, if it's from Mordenkainen's, it's usually higher level stuff. Drow, matron, mother. Oh my god, yeah. So this is deadly. Oh, mama. Okay, cool. So, I mean, I could probably try to pick ones that are near their ability, but I definitely want to give them ones that are too hard, and I want to give them ones that are too easy. And like their rewards should be adequate. Yeah, that's gonna kick their ass. Even with yeah, this is like an end game. This is an end game job. This is dope. These are cool. These are cool. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to use them as quests. I'm going... Yeah, I feel like I said this like 4 times, so I apologize. Yeah, some of them are thousands. Oh, this is all great. I can't wait to use this stuff. Alright, I guess we don't need to go through that anymore, though. Let's see what else I got. What we got in the pits. It looks like they have those for other settings. And I do want to do some stuff with the hells. And Avernus, isn't that one of the hells? Why are you so small? Oh. Cool art. Some kind of Balrog, Baelor looking thing. The digital supplement, it looks like, yeah, it's all, oh, okay, it just uses creatures that are in that campaign, which I do not have. Physical or digital. That's okay. That's okay. We got plenty with that one. Let's see what else we got. We're looking for at least level 7 one-shots or quests. What is this? Fantastical mounts. This is cool. I don't know what this is. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. These are just different things you can use as mounts. Oh, Dranther. Dranther. Not crazy about what I'm seeing. That's okay. Moving on. Excuse me. There might be a few of these. What's this? I keep forgetting to do this for you. Quests of Doom do. So how many are there? Our products? 6 level, 5th level, 5th level. This is butt cheese. That doesn't help us. I'm sure. Does it say anything about scaling? Because if it does, we can always fudge it. Following up, this addition to the series is specifically for 1st tier and 2nd tier. Okay, no. That ain't us. We're the we want the latter 2 tiers. We are in the back half of the game. The Wolves of Welton. That's not what I want. I didn't want this. We want this. Quests of Doom 3. No, the trump. Ding, ding, ding. So does it say? It doesn't say a level. 8th level desert adventure. Here we go, baby. So it's called the King of Beasts. I'm gonna move this down so because it's secret knowledge. King of Beasts. 8th level. Quests of Doom 3. Page 5. And then it says it's a desert adventure. So how long is it is the question. Okay. It's King of Beasts is an 8th level desert adventure that takes the PCs on a whirlwind journey through a small village in its outlying area in the Pesha River Delta, and then down and then into the heart of the Maigib Desert. The case of mistaken identity sets a chain of events into motion that transforms the hunters into the hunted. As wild beasts under the direction of a vengeful creature turn the tables on mankind, the lives of the guilty and the innocent are at stake unless someone can solve the true riddle of the sands. Fascinating. There's a lot of background here. A lot of background. I think these are not short. These are not one-shots. There's 225 pages. And Part 1, Fields of Blood. This is super cool though. I still can use it, but it's I should probably note somehow where that it is longer. Part 2. And I just don't think they're going to be going to the desert. I have a bunch of desert things also. I'm not hurting for desert quests. Concluding the adventure. So it's not super long. So does it say in the beginning how long they're supposed to be? Let me just... Carefully crafted adaptation of adventures originally written for the Pathfinder system into 5th edition rules. Blah, blah. It's a each chapter is a standalone module that can be placed anywhere in your own campaign. The adventures are not a series, are not linked. Okay, we are not using the Lost Lands setting. What I'm doing is I'm writing the name of the quest, the level of the quest, what it comes from, PDF or book, the page number, and the setting. So that when I have a world map that when I'm done gathering this fucking monster pot of quests, I'm going to go to the world map and I'm going to assign them to areas that I have labeled, and I'll probably have to change some of the labels to make things fit not awkwardly. Later tonight, I believe I'm meeting with a few players from our Westmarches game because they want to have... They recently became involved with the town government. And essentially, they are the town government as they built a castle in the town. And so now it's up to them to manage it. So we're going to see how that's going to go. It's not going to be a full session. Canyons of our Curie is a jungle adventure. This is what we're looking for, girl. We're looking for jungle adventures, and it's like a good level. Canyons of our Curie. Don't even need to read it. I'm just adding it. Page 34. Quests of Doom 3. Chakra. It is set in a series of narrow tree-lined canyons that can be placed near any coastal region. As a wilderness-based adventure, the characters have a wide variety of choices to make, many of which can get them into a great deal of danger. So if it like is a little region, I'll have to kind of like slap that down on top of my jungle region. The warrior king Del Machon, a worshipper of the demon god Tsathaga, devoted himself to acquiring ancient relics to further his god's power. Ordered holy relics of other temples brought to him and demanded that all priests and worshippers of unworthy gods be slain. Okay, so it's some god stuff. A wilderness adventure. Stormhaven, for the GM, running adventures. The last one had like synopsis. The transformed Curie initiated an orgy of death that allowed her to summon a demon for each of Arden's faithful that she destroyed. With each new sacrifice, a demon appeared in the jungle, bent on slaying the overmatched riders. Jesus Christ. Sounds like our kind of shit. Demons, jungle, that's what we need. Demons and jungles, that's what we need, baby. Damn, demons, jungles, demons and jungles. I'm actually gonna have to read this shit if we're gonna use it soon. Oh, goodness. Okay, it's gonna be like one of these things. It's like I did one of these kind of things. I ran Princes of the Apocalypse in person before pre-pandemic, and it had one of these things where you just kind of like told them where they wanted to go in the regions, and then you tell them what was in that area. Rumors. Our curie is a fabulous. Oh, this is cool. Ugh. Canyons of our curie. Bugbear Village, Bugbear Cemetery. Where are all these things at? Oh, whoa, in here. So yeah, we would have to do like, because our hexes are like 24 miles, so we would have to do like a, like this is what it's inside the hex, and then they would be navigating through that. Mm. My Blue Oasis sounds like another desert. Yep. Still, we need it. My Blue Oasis, 12. Page 60. Oh no, desert. Yeah, this one sounds like a decent one. The land itself never forgets. Time may bury or conceal its wounds, but they never truly heal. The injuries left behind from primordial impacts fade over the ages, though some residual scars always remain for those who know where to look. Ages ago, a race of subterranean fey creatures excelled at finding these gouge marks. These intrepid explorers scoured the ravaged planetary surfaces in the depths of the Earth, searching for the remnants of these extraterrestrial collisions. Their expertise yielded astounding finds, unearthing precious minerals and metals with alien properties and newfangled uses. Yet, some things buried deep below the ground are not meant to be discovered, and the consequences for those that do can forever alter the destiny of an individual and an entire race. Yep, that's the kind of shit we need. Oh, excuse me. All right. So yeah, I need to like read. I'm gonna definitely use those. Oh my god, we just scratched the surface. I wish it had all the levels like the other one did. I don't know what the idea was. Oh, here we go, baby. 17 and 19. Quests of Doom. Page 85. So where is this? The PCs most likely begin on their home plane where they learn of Neovark and his plans to sequester and destroy the most powerful arcane relics and artifacts. These plans are used more as bait by Neovark to entice arcane magic users into his domain. A domain where he's far more powerful than they are, so that he can kill them. After discovering Neovark's demi-plane and arriving there in search of him, they are set upon by various strange beasts, and eventually even Neovark himself in their quest either for magical items or to get Neovark to cease his attacks against arcanists. So this is like another plane? It takes place in a demi-plane. So I need to keep that in mind. That's gonna... But that'd be cool to do by this point. This is gonna be towards the end. Cool. Madness grows. 7th level adventure. Nah. Now that we got a bunch of shit, I'm ready to move on from this. Honestly, I shouldn't even do this 2 to 7. I should omit that. The total party kill ones are just so like nice and quick and snappy. They're easy to set up, and my only complaint is they don't use enough of stuff from the books. Oh, this is the 7th level one. It's a long one, too. Oh, I guess I have a table of contents that I don't need to... Jesus, Peasus. Why have I been doing this to you guys? Take heed what you wish for, dear child. For misery is only sleeping while joy is awake. The turn of a phrase can transform the most delightful dream into the most terrifying nightmare. Choose your words wisely, lest you rue them forever.
The fate of a young girl hangs in the balance as an evil creature bent on exacting revenge, and the forces set loose by a cruel genie centuries earlier threatened to consign her and her would-be rescuers to eternal imprisonment in an accursed house of horrors.
There's a spooky haunted house? A freed city of Iljana, Tedium conspired with cruelty to get. Where is it supposed? Where does it say the level? These are put together so weird. Maybe it doesn't have a level. Starting the adventure. Here we go. Adventure synopsis. Maybe it's just a social quest. I don't see a lot of fights. Oh. Oh, I got an idea for this. It's kind of similar to... No, I don't think we can do this. It's similar to something I've already done. With constructs and kids and toys. Red Wedding. 4th level adventure. Lean-to. Oh, that was the last. That's the last one. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Got a few out of that, and they're bigger. I don't want too many big boys. Big boys. Winter Wonderland. One-shot adventure. What to expect? 7th level. Might be usable. This is a one-shot. Okay, the players... Alright, I don't know why I didn't read the plot summary. The player characters live as the only residents of a picturesque snowy village. As far as they remember, they have always lived here, disturbed only by blizzards and earthquakes. It's always winter, and they don't realize anything unusual about it. The adventure begins with an unexpected invite to meet some hermits in the nearby mountains. This will lead them to meet a guide who shows them a strange trapdoor in a remote valley, which leads to deep underground into what appears to be waiting rooms and receptions. Following the corridors, the adventurers come to a portal. Stepping through it, they leave the influence of a spell and remember that they were tricked and had their memories replaced with false ones of life in the winter village. Coming to their senses through the portal, they find themselves in the laboratory where they were first deceived by the powerful wizard Elspeth Delestria. Here, Elspeth... I always see Magic the Gathering character names come up.
Here they discover that she was using them as unwilling test subjects in her experimental snow globe pocket dimension, but she intends to mark it as a holiday destination once she proves that it is safe. So how do they get there? Okay, you just find, they could just find a little hermit village. We can use it. I'm sure we can punch it up a little bit. Alright, what do we got next? Cat and mouse. Six first level adventures. How I should have known. Dungeon. Dwarven Forge. Dungeon of Doom. I think I know what this is. Yeah, we don't want this. Don't break your pick. We don't want this either. I want to label these so I don't ever have to look at them again until I need them. Oh, the Tomb of Mercy. Okay, we want that. Forbidden Trove. We did all those. Iron Road. What's that? Tier 1. The Rise of the Necromancer. Yeah, the rest are all low level. Dark Vale Falls, 3rd level. An Urgent Rescue, 2nd level. And it doesn't look too good. Characters up to level 5. Right there. What's this one called so I can label it? Rise of the Necromancer. Even see it. Oh, I found more Quests of Doom. Quests of Doom Volume 2. This is not in the right place. Oh no, I guess it is. I just didn't put the... Where are the other Quests of Doom? I just saw a couple of things that jumped out at me, you know. Sanctuary of Belches, or 5th edition, 5th level. See it through. What's that? See it through. Make it so. Yeah, prepared we want to take a look at. Tomb of Mercy
is one we want. Scoopity poopity doopity doo. Oh, mama. How am I supposed to get the? They probably. I could probably find them. Find the maps. All right. Well, that's a good one. Iron Road. No. No. Did you give us some levels? Nope. 4 to 8. Demons and devils. Okay, this is what we want. This is what we want. Oh my god, it's a whole section called demons and devils. But Quest of Doom 1 volume 2 page 17. Okay. Designed for a party of at least 13th level, this module details an adventure to recover the Sword of Kareth, plus 3 Holy Avenger Longsword, not the straightforward hack and slash treasure hunt your players will be expecting. This adventure is instead a trap laid by the forces of evil to corrupt and destroy their greatest enemies, paladins. At the direction of Orcus, the demon god of undead, Nalfeshni demon named Kainara misappropriated the Sword of Kareth and hid it in a desert temple called the Temple of Justicars. More desert shit. I mean, I could probably just change that to anything. 13th level, though. That's what we want. That's what we want to put in the deep jung. Deep jung or deep desert. Yeah, this is going to be like Magrin's quest. Okay, it made it seem like there was going to be more than one under that. That's strange. These big sections are weird. 5 to 7, that's okay. 6 to 8. 4th level adventures. I wasn't reading that right. Did I read this right? Level 5 to 7. I did. Perils of Ghost One Past. Level 5 to 7. Vampires and Liches. Here we go. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. 14th level in your face. Gonna poop right in this place. Here we go now. Quest of Doom, number 1, volume 2. What a ridiculous naming system. They should have just named the next one volume 3, 4, 5. Forever and ever. Okay, in the PCs face the powerful Lich Thransman, the hidden maze of ancients. Careful searching and sharp wits help the PCs avoid being led astray by the devices of a Thransman. His goal to awaken the primal Eliphaz. The group should include a rogue who's skillful at both spotting and disabling traps. The party should also include a druid or wizard. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's an island. I mean, I could just put this anywhere. Because I think I like this one. I can just feel it. Liches. Liches get stitches. Where I'm from. Alright. Yeah, I always forget this table of contents. Makes everything so much fat. Oh, wee! 6 to 8 hour adventure for 15th to 16th level characters. Did not expect that. Okay, what's the setting, big dog? Let me zoom in for you, big dogs. Perched on a cliff outside the fishing village of Dorma stands an old villa. It was once inhabited by Katya Arga, the widow of an infamous mercenary and pirate. The locals had always done their best to avoid the villa, even after Katya's husband died. This wasn't just out of fear of Katya's alleged violent nature and short temper. Is that a sentence? Yeah. During the day, otherworldly lights could be seen flickering through the dirty windows of the villa, and at night, piercing sounds could be heard coming from below the house. Some nights, the shrieks would get so loud the townsfolk were awoken by their slumber. When carefully asked about these strange phenomena, the unapproachable Katya just told the locals to mind their own business. Dorma did as it was told, and started treating Katya as a cursed outsider. Still, their shock was great as one night the sound suddenly stopped. The villagers braced themselves for catastrophe, but nothing happened. No one saw Katya ever again. Yet the lights could still be seen throughout the day, glinting invitingly at anyone walking past. The citizens of Dorma briefly debated if they should burn down this clearly haunted house, but soon got used to seeing it on the horizon. Years passed like this, and some started to forget what they were even afraid of. They were reminded 3 nights ago as the sounds returned to the house, and smoke could be seen rising from the long cloud chimney. Could it be that Katya has returned? In this 6 to 8 hour adventure, a party of 15th to 16th level characters are hired to investigate the old villa and to put an end to the hauntings. But what they find in the house isn't what they expected. Katya clearly had been working on an important project all these years. A project just waiting for someone to see it through. What the fuck is the project? I'm interested. Ghosts of pirates have been seen walking around the villa. Cool. This is nice and short. This is like a 2-session. This is like a 2-session thing for us because we usually don't play for super long. I would like to. They just we only could on the weekend, and it's everyone has kids, so we end up playing at night. Like 5 hours is a long one for us. We usually play like 4 is our preferred length. I didn't get a sense of where. Just a city? Yeah, I guess city. So we'll take a break in like 25 minutes, so we got plenty of time. And then I'll prepare myself for Joel or for the gang to meet. I'll just probably throw the Discord up. Yeah, I'm hoping 8. Just letting them. We're just organizing what's going on. Um, yeah, I would have played a game, and I would have built a model. Like I want to finish Mortarion from last Tuesday. But I figure if I'm gonna be doing D&D stuff later, it just be better to just. I've been working on prep the last few nights, so I figure it just makes sense. Prepare a dozen adventures. We got a few. Oh, they're nice and short too. So no 15. What's that called? A bad night for betting. Eight to 9. Prepared page 15. We've been running these fights since before. All right, so let's just read the background. Bleak Rock is a small village at the edge of civilization, the last outpost before a massive mountain range. The village in the remote setting attracts those wishing to hide or escape. Trade with a nearby dwarven city has kept Bleak Rock on the map. Metal goods from the dwarven forges travel through the village before being sold to the market's own major centers. While staying in Bleak Rock overnight, the PCs are invited to attend the town's only source of entertainment. Dogmole fighting. The night's fights go awry when the animals' owners feed their fighters an alchemical concoction sold to them by an unscrupulous merchant. During the fight, the small animals become magically enhanced, and the shallow fighting pit cannot contain their fury. When the town residents are threatened by the rampaging animals, the PCs must contend not only with the maddened dog moles, but also their owners who refuse to let their prize fighters be put down. Oh, we could just run this out of our town. This is cool though. We can just run this out of Solomon. I like this a lot. Oh, I just passed. These quests are really short, and I love it. The Burning Crater. Alright, and it sounds like mountains. In a remote mountain range, a clan of fire giants prepares for war. The plains at the base of the mountains host a number of human communities. Recently, heavy smoke rises from the giants' forges as they manufacture a terrible new weapon, Hellshot. A single large metal sphere of Hellshot launched from an arcane cannon can strike targets several miles away. The impact of these dread munitions is oh, this is perfect. This is fucking perfect. This is great. Oh my god, it goes so fast. I can't even. Okay, so then the next one is the top of the mountain. A planetar rests at the top of a mountain, a veteran of an ancient war against the Hells. A champion. Oh, perfect also. A god long forgotten. Sleep has transformed her into a radiant fountain. The fountain now serves as a place of reflection for good aligned clerics. One such cleric has returned from the mountain with an unsettling tale. The fountain's waters are spoiling, and the strange magics hover visibly near the holy place. In truth, a host of devils plots to corrupt the fountain and claim the planetar as a servant of an unnamed devil lord. Arriving atop the mountain, the party must battle through crumbling pillars and repel the devilish corruption and prevent the planetar's dark awakening. Fits perfectly. Okay, under revelers' feet. Feast hall. Let nothing end the feast by the river. Let the celebration. Oh, I'll get that out of here. Let the celebration of our enemies. Yeah, I need to get rid of these. Turn off. However, the last several days have seen some strange and ominous events occurring in the River's Bend Hall. Johann's hired help responsible for cleaning out the refuse pit under the main hall have gone missing. Oh. This sounds wild. Oh my god, it's a shit demon. Oh my god, it's a shit demon. And we're always down for even bigger shit demons. Uh, 12 to 13. The Obsidian Path, Pass. A Fey village in an ancient grove has been repelling the aggression of a sorcerer living in the nearby mountain. The village leader, Usum Blade Wreath, is very concerned that the enchanted mirror that the fairies protect will be taken by the sorcerer. The mirror, also known as the Bending Glass, is a powerful artifact made to amplify magic. It sounds like just outdoors forest, I guess. Oh, the Juggernaut. Does it give us stats for the Juggernaut? Salt Golem. That's it. Prepared to. We'll probably do this and take a break after that. He only has soccer practice for an hour. I guess because they're kids. Dibs, Wagon of Doom. I love the name Dib. But no, it doesn't do it. They didn't put the levels in this one either. You think it's because so you don't read because you won't read the whole thing? Second to third, third to fourth, fourth to fifth, fifth to sixth, fifth to sixth, fifth to sixth, seventh to eighth. Okay, let's start here. A powerful evil plots to corrupt the Fey audience attending a theatrical performance. Seven to eight. These ones seem a little longer. So Fae would be, it just says Fae. So does that mean fairy? I don't understand because like Fae, because elves have Fae ancestry. So, but centaurs and satyrs are Fae. I don't understand it. And our gnomes? Okay, next. Eight to nine. The Tangled Temple. This sounds like we need for the jungle. Tangled Temple. 8 to 9. And we need a little stronger than this for a jungle region. But hopefully I can just punch it up a little. Too many 8 to 9s. I need a bit more than this. How many pages is this thing? Oh, what's more? The spire has existed for as long as locals can remember, rising above the sand near the ocean. The spire is topped by a natural cave system. The spire is topped by a natural cave system. Stories about the place circulate around the docks and taverns of the nearby towns. Dark tales of ritual sacrifice and the worship of long dead gods. Many claim the victims of the old cult still crawl around through the tunnels. Alright, so coast. Blue dragon that presently resides there. I don't know if I want to use that one. I probably won't. An evil oracular being has taken up residence in a lonely valley. The only access to the valley is through a thick dead wood whose shadows draw dead wood. Oracle Arnax has recently divined the season in which the world will end. This knowledge is greatly prized by many, so the evil fortune teller hides in his lair, protected by maddening winds and the souls of those he slew to obtain his knowledge. Come on, give me the big dick quests. I mean, this is where I am right now, and I just can't use all these. A bargain struck between a dwarf chieftain and a great divine power forms the heart of this adventure. The chieftain, unwilling to step down from her position as ruler, seeks a way to hide from the god. When the party rescues some of her kin, they offered riches for recovering a lost magical shroud with the power to obscure mortals from the eyes of the gods. But recovering the shroud draws the attention of the gods' agents, and the party must choose a side. In this storied and fate-filled adventure for 11th level, the party must battle their way through a ruined dwarven armory before deciding the fate of the chieftain. Dwarves. Dungeon. This sounds really good. Oh, it comes with the maps. They don't appear to be very high res. Yeah, none of the art in here is very high res. Unless it's... No, it can't be because the text is not... Yeah, if I can get the maps, like nicer quality versions of them, that would be great. All right, so prepared to, not so good. Oh, this one, Shadows of the Dusk Queen. I don't think I have any more. Other than from books. I have a couple books with me, but let me see if I can get find a PDF for them real quick. If so, we can do them on here. Ooh. We got 5 more minutes though, so. Shadows of the Dusk Queen. Venture, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, quick snaps. Throughout the land, the legends of the Dusk Queen persist. They speak of a sometimes kind, other times cruel, yet always mysterious Fey Queen who ruled from her dusk tower. A tall spire of smooth dark stone in the heart of a great shadowy forest. Perhaps the most gripping legends, however, whisper of the Dusk Queen's sudden and mysterious disappearance. Ah, fuck, that's fine. I'm cool with it. So where's the setting? The Winter Court. Sun King's magic. Deep and mysterious forest filled with ever-shifting shadows. All right, forest. Yeah, maybe we'll do that one. Maybe we'll do that one soon. Yeah, that sounds like one to put in Havenwood. Cool. Items, wondrous strange. I don't think this is supposed to be here. Move to... Let's make sure I was right. Oh, yeah, this is cool. Is this like the magic item compendium? Blade of Petals, Alabaster Salt Shaker. Oh, wow. There's some cool stuff in here, and I need to check it out. Yeah, that's one thing I lack is I would like a few magic item just dedicated to just magic items. Let me look up. Let's see if I can get... I'm surprised I don't have one for... Nope. I'm looking up. I'm gonna hook up for these things. I mean, I think I haven't rolled 20, actually. I should. We might have to leave thing. Oh, compendium. Yeah, owned. Just take me to the compendium, dude. Oh, I can do this. Not on the regular site, though. Tools, marketplace, compendium. They just released a Lost Mine Fandover as a separate thing. Humblewood, what's that? Does it come? Sounds like it comes with owl people. Crow people, fowl people, pigeon people, hawk people, and owl people, deer people, hedgehog people. We already got that. Mouse people, raccoon people, and fox people. God, I gotta do it, dogs. Ooh. Don't look at the screen. Da 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 dee. Now I own it. It's so expensive though. Oh, wardlings. What is this? New races. It doesn't say anything about the races. I just feel like I can't trust it. Oh. It doesn't say how many either. 5 maps. Yeah, $40. Get off my nards. And this is just a module. Fuck, we don't need that. Alright, well, anyways. Candlegate Mysteries. This is butt ass. All right, you know what I'm gonna do. Is instead of just looking them up, right, I'm gonna just write the quests down because I would like to use as many as I can. So we'll just start. We'll just go to 8 down. Okay, candle. And then we'll read them and just update this later. Oh, wait, they all... No, I can just apply it to any town. I don't want to use them all, but I just want to know how many we have. Because if they're all city, it sounds like they are most... Why am I writing that? It sounds like they are mostly city-based. Xanthoria. Cool. And then I think, is there one of these for Tales of the Yawning Portal? Is Tales from the Yawning Portal on it, or am I just blind? No, I know it's on here because I have the Sunless Citadel and all that shit. Maybe you just can't access it like they did the Candlekeep in a book, but they just separate it into the integrated adventures. I think it's cheaper too because of that. I don't know. Oh no, I just don't have it. Well, we need it for. But that's it. It's not even. And just be getting it for the Tomb of Horrors. Or we have against the Giants and Dead and Fey. I guess there's 3. Alright, fuck it. Alright. Nine tails from the yawning. All right. That's everything. That is everything. Only thing else would be stuff I'd want to snag from like bigger books. Should be there now. It's weird. It's all right. All right, I'm taking a break. I realized that silence. The music stopped. So let me get some of that. And we will be right back. Probably the soft 5. It doesn't seem like we got a lot of... I don't think there's anybody here, so I'm not gonna hurry back, but I will be back.
baby, yippee, my baby, yippee.
Alright, I'm back. It's hot in here. So, in about... Just bring the Discord over here. In about 10 minutes. I'm interested to see how this goes. Our first government experiment. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 58, 59, 60, 61. Yeah, we got like 70 quests. There's no way they're going to do all those. They're going to do like 25. Especially if I use those monster hunts and with my own things. Plenty. The TPK handbook came in big, but the TPK handbook ones are short. So they're like one session, whereas the prepared ones are short also. But the Quests of Doom are like longer arcs.
Going in roll 20, or are we just hanging out in here?
Hello? Well, we don't really need to do anything in roll 20, I don't think.
Okay, I didn't think so. Wasn't sure if we were just setting it up or anything like that.
No, I mean, if you want to refer to anything in the compendium or the map or whatever, that'd be the only thing.
Okay.
And yeah, and don't worry about like the normal session rules with sound stuff, just because there's only going to be a couple of us. But if you already have it set that way, like push to talk or whatever, it might just force you these days. I don't remember how I have it set.
I believe it does.
All right. Yeah, I've been just prepping all night, prepping all day.
Sure. What all you got?
Oh, I mean, I've already told you about all the shit, but I've been looking up quests, specifically like higher level one shots, encounters, stuff like that. I got like a new I found this, like, it's called 100 monster hunts, and I'm gonna use that for job board things, I think.
I can't wait for the return of the job board. We haven't really looked at that in a while.
Yeah, I didn't like it because it slowed down progress for the campaign too much. But now we're at a point that things are moving pretty quickly, so I don't think it would hurt. I'm not sure where Joel has to go get Leon from. If it's far or not, I'm hoping it's around 8. I mean, I could do 8:30. It just shouldn't take that long. We're just gonna do a handful of things.
Yeah, I figured we were just mainly discussing ground rules and maybe some interaction with NPCs.
Yeah. I'll let you know how it is to start with, and then, and you guys can. I mean, I'll say this when I don't want to say too much because I'll have to say it again when for each of them, but you guys can modify anything once we start. It's just to want to have like a good starting, a nice foundation starting point, so it's not doesn't descend into chaos. Because I think if it's like, all right, here's the government, go at it, guys, and just like walk away, it'll get chaotic.
Might
I
have
feel
some
like
holes that'll need to be filled mid-session or something like that if something happens.
yeah. I just want to keep it a little reined, like kind of wade in instead of just dropping people into the deep end. I think that's kind of what happened before with some of the like the things with coordinating the portal stuff with the other party, and the ETTC deal was a little rushed, but I put you guys on the spot on purpose.
Hey, that's fine.
So I'm just want to take it the opposite way this time.
I got you. Yeah, hey, I mean, sometimes you need that tension, sometimes you don't.
Well, yeah, now you guys are in control, so you can set the pace. I haven't heard from Thoban all day. But he did say he could meet tonight, and it says he's playing Smite. I don't know how much you got to look at some of this extra shit, but it is fly.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten a chance to look at much of anything. Been pretty busy, but I was kind of just doing a refresher of all this Brett Law stuff, just to get an idea if we were discussing any of that tonight. And I haven't really. I probably should take a look at Compendium tonight since I don't have anything to do.
I'm reading about the companion. I pulled up the companion thing because I haven't looked at it in a while. I think the biggest thing is that it's not going to be integrated into Roll20, so anyone we get will have to make a card for and a token for and everything.
What is this? Like sidekicks or something?
The Stibbles Codex for companions, the Pokemon thing.
Oh, yes. Super excited for that. I know I dove into that book pretty hard.
That's the one I have looked at the least since I got all this shit, so. The only other thing is it's a very like individual thing. Like it's like one person at a time goes and finds things, and they can have battles one at a time.
Yeah, I didn't look into battles too much. I was looking at like how they level up and the different pets and stuff. Oh, you got them in folders now?
Yeah, I organized them a bit.
Fancy schmancy.
It was just getting like a giant pit of mess. Yeah, you can have your companion duel another companion. It doesn't. I don't. I feel like it's just the rules are very vague.
Yeah, because there's some that like that have a lot of health, and that are almost like full like enemies or full characters and stuff, and other ones have like 2 hit points.
Yeah, and I guess that's supposed to be how the Pokemon like start when you get them. Like some start really weak and some start really strong, but and then they get stronger from the bond. You leveling up from that. Yeah, because I guess they're not supposed to be used in combat, but I wanted to see if they can be, and I see it as a familiar.
So they can be, is if you look at the bond chart for how bonded you are with the animal, they can actually intercept an attack that would otherwise kill you, I believe it is. So that would imply that they can be used in combat. However, they're not very effective.
Well, like that would be different. Like
Everything else
that's like
shows.
that'd be like in Final Fantasy VIII. There's a dog that for one of the characters that's like a companion. Like it's like our special ability, and randomly the dog will come in and take an attack. But it's not like you get to attack with the dog like it's a zombie follower or something.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a Beastmaster kind of thing for a ranger.
So that's what I'm curious. That's what I'm curious. It's like a special ally kind of thing, where it just can come in. It comes in randomly. But this seems different than that. So like I understand it for dueling other things. Maybe it says in the dueling. No, it's just companions. Bonding with your companion. Yeah, the only place I see it mentioned it is in the using a companion as a familiar, and it's like your companion cannot use the attack action. But no, it says combat with familiar companions. Your familiar does not gain the ability to take attack actions on its turn from your bond. It can't unless you have the attack action described in the Pact of the Chain Warlock feature. Or the feat Greater Magical Bond. The player feat Greater Magical Bond grants it combat ability. Oh, okay. You have to take a feat.
That's one of the feats in the book, yeah.
In this, the Stibbles
Right back.
thing.
What's up?
That's a feat in the Stibbles Codex.
Yeah, there's a bunch of feats down.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah,
right below that
I got
bond
it.
section.
I got it.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yep. So you can make you can make it a familiar, and then I don't see greater magical. Oh, here. So you need 2 feats. Can make it to take the attack action. So that's not hardly worth it. Hardly worth it. I wanted to use like a simplified version of Robert's rules. I guess it already is. This is already you can move to amend. You want to change something in the wording of an emotion under discussion. You like the idea. I would like to move. So you say, I would like to move to add, to strike whatever from whatever. I don't know how you say it. I haven't done this in so long. Probably somebody should take minutes. Ideally, we should maybe have an outside person who's not on the council sit in and take the minutes. But that's a poopy job. I had to take minutes for a meeting at work, and I hated it. Oh, must be. You want to end the meeting, move to adjourn. You ensure that the president of the board has announced the results of a vote correctly. Without being recognized, call for a division of the House. At this point, a roll call vote will be taken. All right. Move to recess. Move to adjourn the meeting. Move to table the motion. Move to close the debate. Everybody said they're going to be on in a few moments.
Well, there's one.
Let me actually.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was playing a Smite game. Didn't even look at the clock.
Oh, you're right. We're still we're waiting for Joel. He says we got on in a few minutes. Oh, there he is.
Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. I totally whiffed on the soccer practice thing. It's new, but I won't forget next time.
Oh, that's okay. It was
All
still
well.
within my stream time, so I was gonna be here no matter, regardless.
I figured as much, but still, I went ahead and said Tuesday, like as a knee-jerk reaction. It's like, yeah, I don't have anything to do on a Tuesday night. And then I checked the schedule again, like earlier today, and was like, oh.
Okay, so we're here. It's finally here. We finally got everyone here. I know Thoban and Magrin, you guys have been busy last week. But we're gonna do this with much anticipation. So basically, the way I'm gonna explain how it's set up, and how things will work at this point, and then we'll do a couple like easy sample things that we know we want to do, like add a couple seats to the council or whatever like that, if that's what you guys want to do, not being forced to. If you want to consolidate your power, that's another thing that's possible. So I don't know if you're familiar with Robert's rules, but it's like parliamentary procedure. It's like a classic way to hold meetings like this. I don't want to. We don't have to do it exactly, but we don't even have to do it like this time. But it's like if you read through it, something you might be familiar with. I put a link in the thread in the channel. But so it's like I motion to do this, and then if somebody else seconds that motion, then we discuss it. And then we can motion to make a vote to pass it, and then if someone seconds that, then we vote on it. And there's a bunch of other things that make sense, like a move to adjourn or move to take a break, which is move to recess. Those sorts of things. You've heard it in a million and one things. We also don't have to do this always via voice chat. We can text chat. We can do it via the text as well. So I am representing Grablin in this. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say to you guys, so if you are too busy to ever do this, you can, or if you don't want to do this, but you still want to have, your seat on the council, you can, say, oh, I vote for, or you can say, I'm always going to vote with so-and-so. Like, whatever Rose votes, I'm voting with Rose. Or whatever, Magrin votes, I'm voting with Magrin. If you don't, if you still want your seat, but you don't want to be involved, like you don't want to have to show up to the meeting, you can do that. I think that
right,
covers.
if we know there's something specific on the table, we could say, hey, this is my vote for this thing. I'm against or for this.
Yeah, that's what they do in Congress. Yeah, that's what you can have another person on the thing say hey, I'm representing so and so, and this is the vote. That's fine, and we should probably have a minimum amount of people. For now, it'll be all of us, but if we add more people, we should have a quorum, a minimum amount of people present to hold a vote on something. But that's something we can, discuss later. All right, I think that's it. Like I said, I'm representing Grablin, at least for now. Any NPCs that get involved in this experiment. I will be, and all right. So is there any, I'll just try to, kind of, quarterback this for now. Rose is the chair, and as far as, so I don't know if I explained this to Magrin and Thobin. I think I might have in session, but the way it works is each of us have one vote. If they're currently in what it is, and if there's a tie, Rose has the tiebreaker. And yeah, so your Rose is technically the chair, but I will kind of keep quarterback things and move things from one thing to the other, and then once we get a kind of feel for the flow, Rose or whoever can do it from there.
Sounds good.
All right.
Gotcha. I'm taking minutes too in chat if you want.
That was going to be the next thing I was going to say. I know that it's not the most fun task, and we can always, if you guys want someone outside to sit in and just so you can concentrate on the meeting. I don't know if it's really that intensive, but
I'm just gonna
minutes
do rough clip notes basically, and then if you want to pin it to the channel afterwards, that's fine with me.
Yeah, so people can see what happened if we didn't do it in text. Okay, so what is there anyone who would like to? I think what we should do. Typically, you just kind of go to the open room and you guys just shout, I would like to motion for this. But I don't want it to get dominated by any one person. So I just want to make sure everyone has a chance. And if you don't want to do anything, just pass and we'll go back to the top of the order. So I'm just going to go around the room. I'm just going to roll. In the order of the chat. So that would, not counting me, that is Rose. Is there anything you'd like to motion?
Yes, I'd like to motion that we go forth with the expansion of this council by 2 seats, one for the merchant class and another one for the peasant and farmer class, the commoner class.
Okay, so this would be the motion to discuss this, the additions to the council. Does anyone second that?
I second.
Okay, so all right,
Third?
All right. The past second's not necessary, but of course in like movies and stuff, you know, guys would be like, yeah, I third, I fourth, I fifth.
I gotcha. I wasn't sure because we had 4 folks here technically.
No,
We
it just
made sure we had
takes
majority.
it just takes a second to discuss. But there's other things I'm reading. A 2/3 vote is required to like
That's
kill
what
a
I was
motion.
seeing.
2/3 vote is required to do bigger things. And then yeah. All right, so the floor is open. Grablin's cool with that. And by merchants, you mean shopkeepers and artisans?
Yes, correct. It will be in the merchant class, so it's just going to be like the term for it, but it'll be all encompassing for artisans, business owners, with the exception of us because we have offices and positions, obviously. But the other business owners and everything like that, it'll represent them, and they will be able to either work amongst themselves to appoint someone themselves or elect someone themselves if they choose to. If they don't, then I guess we could pick one of them to go ahead and fill the chair.
I was thinking the same thing, that they should, if they want to elect, they can, however they see fit, they can pick their person.
Yeah, I would prefer to not have to assign anyone, as to try to avoid any weird optics. But if it is necessary because there just can't be a decision made by these groups inside themselves, then we will do what we need to do.
Okay. So wait, what was the other class besides the merchants? Peasants.
Commoners, yes, to represent
Commoners. Okay.
the commoners and the farmers. That classification of folks.
Okay. No problem with any of that. Would anyone else like to take the floor on this? No, you don't have to.
Everything that was spoken works with me.
Okay. So then I guess one of us would motion. I guess I don't know how exactly it would work in this, but we'll just say one of us would motion to vote. So I'll just say Grablin motions to have a vote on this.
Second.
Aye.
All right, so now let's vote via, we'll do it via voice since there's only a few of us. Do aye for yes, nay for no, and we'll make sure we keep track of the vote. Not like we don't have to keep track of the individual vote, but the final tally. All right, so I don't know how you would just do. I guess
we can just go down the list.
Yeah, that's what we should do. We should go on the list. Okay. So Magrin, you're first.
Aye.
Rose.
Aye.
Dovin.
Aye.
Gravelin is also aye. So that's a 4-0 unanimous pass. All right, and then I'll just go down the list. Thobin, would you like to motion anything?
Pass.
All right. Magrin, I'll let you go before Gravelin if you'd like to motion anything.
Nothing at this current time.
That's fine. That's fine. Research is a crucial part. I'm looking in this is sometimes you want more study or investigation for the ideas.
Yes.
So
I have a few ideas
Gravelin
in front of me, but I want to make sure they're kind of a little more solid.
Gravelin is going to motion to discuss adding a adventure representative to the council, or to the council as well.
Second.
Okay. He doesn't really have anything to say about that, but he's starting the discussion.
Well, I mean, having the adventurers be represented is definitely crucial. The adventurers probably make up, if not the majority, like the second biggest swath of people that live and occupy this town. So it makes sense for them to go ahead and be fairly represented.
Okay.
I do agree. I was also going to mention, I believe there was some talk of a guild, and if we could have multiple guilds, obviously that would be better. So everyone could have their needs met. But as far as establishment, I don't know if that would be on our end or individuals to do so.
We can talk. Yeah, we can talk about how that will work. If you guys want to engage with that, and there's enough people interested. But yeah, as far as this discussion, Grablin just said think they're like their own class, so it just makes sense.
No, completely agree.
Motion to vote on the matter.
Second.
All right, Magrin.
Aye.
Rose.
Aye.
Tobin.
Aye.
Grablin is an aye. And I guess the follow-up discussion is: should adventurers vote on it? I guess let them discuss it themselves.
I think as far as the establishment of an adventuring guild, while I would prefer they do that because of for the same reason like with the merchants and the commoners. It makes it simpler to go ahead and be able to have those discussions. You can have just one person rather than having to meet people all the time, or just like a revolving door sort of thing. But that can be something that can be left up to them to go and decide for themselves. But at least recognizing the adventurers as a class of folk and allowing them to sit at the table is definitely a step in the right direction.
Agreed. I also think, do we want to, if we're putting this in writing, do we want to put this open-ended for multiple votes, depending on if there are multiple guilds, even if there are artisan guilds as well, not just for the adventurers or even farming guilds or however that would go, just so it's not dominated by maybe by one particular group of each sector.
So I have the farmers peasant class. Would include the farmers. Commoners kind of are, I guess, a little bit different from that, but as far as the merchants, I don't think that there's enough, at least right now, that they need to be split up. I think the only ones that need to be split are the ones that like are on this council already, because they are, the bigger fish in the pond.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if we needed to leave that in there open-ended as it is possible this could expand in the future. But
this isn't final. This is not. You can move to add people whenever or remove people or whatever.
I was mainly thinking for optics as well, just so people know that this isn't in the final amount of seats.
Okay, yeah.
So
that'll come
knows,
with.
hey, this is.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I just was hoping I made myself clear. That's all.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense to put it with the press release.
Would it then be good to put in writing to begin with that this council is flexible and when able to expand or shrink as necessary?
I think that's the nature of this council. We'll be able to do that as long, if you guys vote to make one of you emperor and the other ones are just subordinates. I mean, that you can do that, or if you want to have it be, direct democracy and everyone in the town votes on everything. That's if you want to do that, that's what you can do. So I think everyone's kind of has that understood, that the government right now is in your guys' hands, and like giving bigger representation is I think a step of goodwill with the people of giving. That's because you're giving each person you add to the council is less power for each of you. So it is just something to consider. But yeah, I think it's fine. Long story short, I think it's fine. And we'll make sure we make that clear to the other players. As long as but the people will be fine. I'm telling you that the people I control are cool with it.
I gotcha.
Okay. So, all right. So, Grablin went. Joel, Rose, it's back to you.
For any motions or anything?
Anything specific you'd like to motion? I'm keeping an eye on the time. I won't let this run too long. We could do this all night, I'm sure, if we wanted to.
Pass.
Oh, all right. I thought you guys were ready to rock. It's okay. It's okay. Because you guys want to wait until the council is furthered, then we can move to just end the meeting. All right. So sorry, Thobin or Magrin. Anything else either of you would like to motion?
Anything on your end, Thobin?
I was gonna say, should we think of, or should we wait, or should we think about like appointing town guards of somebody's army or forces, or like a kind of law of the land, like I'd call it the commandments, like what you shouldn't do, and punishments for stuff you shouldn't do in town.
So as far as those things sort of go, it's pretty simple and going to be pretty much what it has been, where it's like, unless you commit like a violent crime or like theft, like violent crimes and theft get enforced.
So,
but even theft is more so something that property theft is even more so something that should be enforced by the property owner, and can, there's plenty of people with pointy things in this town. You can go ahead and find someone that can take care of that for you, I'm sure.
So, actually, I wanted to hop in here.
Well, let me say one. I just wanted to address the state of things right now, because I forgot to do that when we started, because I knew that you guys were interested in this. Before we get any further, try to hold your best to hold that thought. So the way it is right now is like Wild West. There was, the sheriff was the guard, captain of the guard. The police were whatever military was currently occupying it. Only the big stuff was really dealt with by town guard. Murder, rape, theft, like big property damage. Not minor vandalism. Anything else would be handled by those people, which unfortunately does lead to mob justice on occasions, which, sometimes is fine and sometimes leads to the racial problems that Solemn had in the past. It seems to be better in that regard these days, but, when the mob is in control of the justice, it can change. It can change pretty quickly. But yeah. Do you have this level of stability? So what you guys have known is what it is. So if you think you can improve things, you can improve things. If you whether by making things more lax somehow, I don't know how you could, or cracking down on, or not cracking down, but instituting certain restrictions or security measures. Yeah, that's what you can do. All right, go ahead, Magrin.
So I was, if we're going in character wise, I was consulting my ancestors in some of the books that I had brought from the mainland, about how disputes would be handled within my clan, and generally, there would be someone who is an accuser and someone who's a defendant. The defendant would generally pick who the arbiter between the two was to figure out a equal and fair trial and compensation for whatever party was wronged in the situation. I believe this would be fair into people who are being accused, as well as those who are accusing others of if there's some sort of wrong that has been done.
So yeah, that sounds like a good. It's some form of. It's like the bare minimum of a court system, which it's better than no
Setting
court
up a system of
It's better
basic
than no
arbitration.
courts. Yeah, better than no courts. I mean, not like and just arbitration or, someone making a judge but it's appointed in for that situation.
Yeah.
I don't.
And this, like I said, would be picked by the person who's being accused or the defendant, just to have incentive on people to be a good judge. You could also have a judge, have to give up some portion of whatever the compensation is to incentivize them not to, or to be impartial.
Yeah. That would. Sorry. Go ahead. One of you two guys.
I would say I like that, but I would say for larger matters, it should probably the council should probably be the judges as a team for like very violent stuff, like very high up stuff compared to like day-to-day theft, burglary, stuff like that.
I guess that would depend. There could always be a group of judges or arbitrators who work their way up or get such a following that they're seen as more just and impartial than we are. We obviously have our biases in the town as well.
I don't. I've barely been here.
That's why I would say like the council, because we're trying to make it as diverse as possible.
Yeah,
so everyone has a
I think that's a good
representative.
point. I think that's a good point to I'm not gonna make you guys take a lot of stuff. It would have to be wild shit.
That's why I said like major stuff.
Yeah, someone like maybe the arbitrator has the ability to be like, yeah, this is over my head, or something, some appeal process or something that takes it up to the council. And if the city gets bigger and bigger, then you can put in more tiers to that, to see less cases. If it was like you guys are getting inundated with the murders that are happening every day. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's a fine idea.
Sounds fair to me.
All right, let's motion to vote on this arbitration system, and I'm gonna try to say it as specific, but like not detailed, but as concise but specific. So for small crimes and issues, that the defendant picks an arbitrator, and they decide, how the outcome should be handled fairly. For major crimes, which is designated by that arbitrator, go up to the solemn council for a vote. And that's what we'll do. So motion to vote on that.
Aye.
Okay. And you can also motion to strike or amend the current motion if I said something fucked up. But I don't. All right, so we're good with
That's
that.
pretty well on.
Okay. All right, so we're voting. Magrin.
Aye.
Rose.
Aye.
Thobin.
Aye.
Grablin. Aye. Is there any other Grablin motions to discuss any other council appointments or like position appointments that we would like to be made?
So I'm wondering if the traders, such as people who sail the seas to bring folks here and goods here from the mainland, I'm wondering if they should have any sort of seat.
Port representative for like a port master.
Yeah.
I think that's a good. Grablin thinks that's a good idea.
Okay, motion to discuss then.
So I motioned to.
I'm sorry, we're already there.
So
my
we're
bad.
like broadly discussing it. So if there's multiple things, we can put this into this one discussion. Somebody should have seconded me, but it's okay. This is brand new, and this is pretty goofy that we're doing this. But yeah. So is anyone like this? Rose, Thobin, are you guys into that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's cool with me.
Is there any other positions of that type that you guys would like to think we should consider?
If we are
Well,
gonna have
we
like
have
any
me as
kind
the
of
guard. Rose. Sorry.
no, you're good. Keep going. You covered what I was gonna say anyway.
Okay. I was gonna say, so we have the guards covered as me. Rose as a general tiebreaker and overruler. Not ruler, but person to break ties and such. Thobin is also one of the larger, businesses here. We have portmen, general traders, farmers / commoners, and then adventurers. Yes.
Rose previously discussed with me outside of this that he was talking about appointing Magrin Master of Arms, since you are handling a lot of the military right now, and Thobin Master of Whispers. Whereas, so then that would make whoever is the port, the Master of the Port or Port Master. So that would give you official titles on the council as
Okay.
well.
That's
If you would
nice.
be if you were interested in that.
Magrin is.
Should that be
I'm
something we
interested,
vote
yes.
on after we figure out how many seats and everything we gonna totally have?
Oh, this was more so a point, like a positions, like appointing, and we could probably do it in two separate votes, but we can have this discussion about the positions, adding positions, whether it's giving you guys a official position. You already have a seat, but it's kind of like different. I guess you're right. Maybe we should. All right. Other than that, so that makes sense. Other than that, are there any other things? There's nothing that exactly comes to mind. We don't have a mage class.
Yeah, no mage or
We don't have a lot of mages.
specific guilds or anything like that yet.
Yeah, there's no
It's not like there's like a big church or anything either.
Yeah, that would be the other
Not
thing
yet.
is the church is outside of town, and if
I'm
you
back, sorry.
wanted them to have a vote, that would be, that would be something to consider.
I'll be very honest with you. I don't want the church people having a say in what we do here. They aren't inside the walls. So as far as I'm concerned, they shouldn't have a say in what we do here.
For the same reason the dwarves don't, and everybody else.
Now, if for some reason they decided that they wanted to go ahead and start a little temple or something inside of the walls, then that would be different. But until that happens, what they do over there is what they do over there. Plus, I'm kind of weary of them in general. So,
All right. So Rose, while you were gone, we discussed adding a port master. We have an open floor to discuss adding any other positions. I mentioned how you wanted to appoint Magrin Master of Arms and Thobin Master of Whispers, but they were more interested in at this time. Speaking of, if there are any other seats we wanted to add.
I'm definitely open to the idea of adding a port master. I think that's gonna be, considering that there's a lot of our immigration gets handled via ports. And a lot of our trade gets handled via the ports. I think that's a logical move, and that'll also allow for us to hopefully in the future open up more for logistics to be able to go ahead and trade to other people in the land here by sea if we can. So I'm definitely for the idea of appointing a port master. If the only person I can think of that should be the port master, which is would be Chriswin, because he has a boat and we
That's
know
why I
that
brought it up.
we could trust him.
What about Black Eyes?
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be disingenuous to completely ignore the guy who's helped us out in the past as well.
And who's also been here a lot longer serving the port.
I wasn't sure. Who? If in character, Rose goes, who?
Oh.
Black
That's,
Eyes Alden.
He helped us in the Goblin War. He sailed our strike team around the bay and helped us flank and take out the Goblin leader. And he's provided us troops and stuff in the past.
What's he like as a guy?
Pretty good fellow. I scared him once.
He could be on the shady side, but can't we all?
Yeah, this place wouldn't be what it was if it wasn't for a little shade, right?
You're right.
I mean, if you guys, I don't really know him that well. Don't think I've met him yet. But if you guys think that he could be trustworthy, I would at least be. Well, I'll say this: I would make a motion that we can go ahead and speak to him on it, interview him, see what feel him out, try to get a better idea of what's going on, and with him, and then from there, if he seems solid, then we can go ahead and appoint him the port master if he'll accept the position.
I think. Sorry, Thobin. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if we're letting all the other people kind of elect their own, maybe we should open this one up to just the shipyard and let them appoint who they want to appoint.
That's true. I mean, it would be from what it seems like, it'll only really be like a 2-person election to begin with. So,
Grablin seems to think we know plenty. We know plenty, and it's just all about who do you think can serve the council's and Solemn's interests the best. Now, Black Eyes has done me a few favors. We'll just say that he's brought me plenty of goods and services to to Grablins, and I'd like to see his good efforts rewarded. You know what I mean? Grablin motions we vote to make Black Eyes the port master.
I'm gonna second because he's.
I'm gonna say I'd prefer to leave it up to the ports, the folks at the port.
Then don't second it. Okay, so Thobin seconded it, so that's enough to have a vote on it. Eyes to make Black Eyes Alden. I forgot his first name even. He's in the compendium, I'm pretty sure. The Portmaster, Magrin.
Nay.
Rose.
nay.
Thobin.
Aye.
Gravelin is a ah. So that is that's defeated motion. Oh, it is just Black Eyes Alden. I don't have a first name. Gravelin's just trying to spice things up.
I'd like to make a motion to set up an interview process for Black Eyes Alden to go through the process of becoming the port master.
Just Black Eyes.
So, like I said, we could just let it be decided amongst the ports folks, as we have with the rest.
There's not
unless
as
you wanna do interviews
many.
for
That's the
everybody.
thing. Is there's not. It's not like they're a full class. Like
Okay.
that would be my only objection to that. But I think you could still make it happen. It's like also like some common folk probably are fishermen and things like that. Like there's some overlap. This might be I think that's why I think
It might not be a
be
big enough sector to really justify it.
I think the position is good, but I think it's something you should appoint rather than elect, I guess. That's Grablin's position.
Of course.
All right, then let's set up an interview process for whatever willing folks for the chair that would step forward. After we do that and we speak to whomever it would be, we can reconvene and come to a decision.
Nobody wants to vote on Chris Wynn right now. Grablin doesn't, so that's JP talking.
That is
Right.
true. We could vote.
That's the
in Chris
power.
Wynn.
If you have the power, you can swing that dick. But if you want to be fair, then be fair. That's what this is all about.
Going ahead and doing that could leave a bad optic, and considering what the common folks and stuff have been, the people that have lived here have gone through already, like it seems like we should try to do things in as fair a process as possible at all times.
That's fair. I'm sure Black Eyes would appreciate at least getting considered versus just, oh, your friend is the port master.
I will second the motion for an interview process of any willing participants for the position.
All right. Magrin.
If this is the voting, then
Yes, votes. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
We'll hold a vote for that.
nay at the moment.
For the interview process. Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe we're just adding too much at once, and maybe hold off for the time being.
All right, that's fair. Rose.
Aye.
Tobin.
Aye.
Grablin is a R. So we will move forward with Portmaster. We will post a job listing for Portmaster, and we will hold interviews.
And the portmaster doesn't have to be, and portmaster feels like something that you don't have to go ahead and like rush to fill. Like, and we're getting representation for the commoners and the artists and merchant
and adventurers
and adventurers. Those representatives, I feel like, are way more important to go ahead and fill those seats more so than the portmaster. So we can go ahead and go through that process and take our time and come to a choice.
All right.
I also find it really funny we keep forgetting what we are as adventurers, and we just mention the others.
Yeah, but now you're lords. You're the lords of Dogtown.
Yeah, we're not just regular adventurers anymore.
We are
Used to be an
truly
adventurer
the
like
Diamond Dogs.
Yeah, the Diamond Dogs.
There's that I have to talk to too at some point.
There is one thing I need to discuss that I've been mulling about, that is not government related, but I can try to hold on to it until we're done. I think this is it. I don't have any. Grablin doesn't have anything else that they'd like to motion.
Motion to end this session of the council.
So that would be move to adjourn. And right, Grablin seconds that. So then we vote.
Aye.
Yeah,
Aye.
you just do it all at once. Aye.
Aye.
All right. Yeah, so easy stuff like that. We can just do it like 1, 2, 3, and just give it a go. But all right. If I had a gavel, I'd knock it on the table, and it's done. So I think Penny will be the merchant representative. If you didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's
I like it.
most likely.
And the adventurers, obviously, we're gonna we'll make a big post about it, and they can hold the elections. The funny part though is the Smith, the Smith squad and Guvis, they'll get the vote too.
Out of sight of this, but I had an idea. I was reading the Acquisitions Inc. thing, and even if we don't do like an actual one, even if we did like a flavor adventurers guild, I think I know how it could work within the confines of how that book system works.
Which book system?
Acquisitions Inc.
What do you? Well, I mean, we guys got to see who's all interested. If you guys have enough people that want to do it, we'll dedicate a session and figure out how to squeeze it in there. Because it definitely takes a full party of people involved for it to work right.
So what is this?
There's a D&D book that is specifically centered. Has a campaign to it, but it's centered around the idea of making an adventurers guild field office. And so like you would be in the campaign, you and your party would be the founders of that branch of it. And as you did your adventures, it would grow over time, and then there would be rival ones and all kinds of other shit too. It's really
Oh,
neat.
okay.
It's really really neat.
Um. Yeah. If a group of you guys want to start a business like that, it would be owned by the one person, and then that person would just pay, the employees something fair, because I think that, I mean, even that's how it's set up. It's not set up that way, but there is a CEO role. So that's what we would have to do is one person if enough people want to do it, and then they decide on their roles in the group, in the business, in the guild. All right, so the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, and it's something that I've been thinking about, it's a predicament that we put ourselves in because I didn't understand how all this shit worked when we first started using it. So the more I thought about it, Rose has a castle in Solemn, right? And in history, it is very rare for there just to be like multiple castles right beside each other in a city. And I don't want to restrict you guys. It's not fair that because you didn't build a castle in Solemn as fast as Ark/Rose, that you can't make one now. You have to start over somewhere else. So I don't know how to get around that. But I would like, and I don't know when you guys intend to build a second thing, but I would like to encourage, because there's no real bonus to the castle other than all your shit is in the same place. I would love to encourage you guys to make strongholds in the hexes right outside of Solemn, because then that will effectively expand the city, because the hex is 24 miles. So if you make a castle and this hex next to it, it'll just essentially be like a borough of the larger city, a district of the larger city. Something to think
I'm
about.
Really happy you brought that up because it was exactly what I was thinking.
I just don't know how to fare. Like, I mean, if you guys keep your establishments in the city, that's fine. That makes sense because that's where the money's downtown. It just sucks that you'd have to like make two. If you wanted to make a castle outside the city, it would take two. But even just making a keep is a significant thing. I just don't want to like, oh, now you have to make two strongholds when you've already built one, and you can't build a castle because Joel made one in the same place.
So you could make the argument that the land is more expensive because this does take up more space. I think that would be a fair thing to put now that the city's expanded.
Yeah, like the real estate is harder to come by because Joel's thing takes up a lot of space. On top of all of the other people that have been businesses and growing and neighborhoods that have been growing and whatnot, it's definitely turning into a bit of a city. So yeah. I don't know. Well, if you guys have a problem with it, we can address it as it comes. If you're dead set on having a castle also, right, in the middle of town, we can talk about it. But I figured that way, if you make your own district, then you can just be the lord of that district, and then you're still on the council. Everyone with their own castle is on equal footing in terms of power. Like how Rose is the first one. But yeah. I don't know. So we'll cross the bridge when you guys want to do it, but I wanted to talk to you two about it because you're the only. I'm not allowing anyone else to make a castle in this hex. I'm not past. Like if Kristen wants to make an establishment in here, that's fine. Or one. thing, but I can't let anyone do another castle. Even with the domains clashing, I realize there's some issues with because Joel can control the weather, and then Magrin's can make it sunny all the time. And it's like whose is usurping whose. I just figure you guys would, when you're playing together, you can be like, well, I let his make it storm or whatever. But I don't know.
No, that makes sense to me. I don't
And-
think you're overstepping at all for that.
And realistically, it like in character wise, Thoban doesn't really care outside of maybe an army of bars if the city expands, but he's not the castle kind of guy.
Okay. Well, then that makes it easy if you don't even if you're not interested in making the other stronghold types.
Thoban wants to get rich and retire, rich as fuck. That's about all Thoban cares about.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But yeah, you can just franchise and make establishments in other cities.
Yeah, honestly, I wanted to make bubbles and bottles over in the Dwarven City.
That is a possibility if they have an open place.
I thought about doing that with Arc too, and like even having like the main one and leveling up the one in Solemn the most, and then even just having level 1 establishments other places.
Oh yeah, you weren't there on Saturday. I'm working my way towards level 4, Mags.
You son of a bitch! I was trying to catch up.
Wow, you're gonna be making so you're gonna have all that money and you're not gonna get a keep ever?
I still don't even have troops because I don't want troops.
That's fine. That makes sense for your character. Then
Are
if you don't want
cool
troops,
with the
no
format
point.
I used for the minutes too, by the way?
Oh, I didn't even look.
That looks good to me.
I just tried to be as
that looks
clear
fine.
and concise as possible.
Also, make sure you guys check out the calendar thing I made there with all the holidays and everything, because it is.
I was
super
skimming
cool.
through. I like how every day of the month is like a different name.
Yeah,
cool.
every day of the year has a different name.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Like I
didn't go on any extra months yet.
I actually put the day that we're on is wrong. I need to change it. But yeah, there's like you know how we have Labor Day here. The Labor Days are split by profession. So there's like Soldier's Rest, there's Tanner's Rest, there's Smith's Rest, and like that's the Labor Day of that profession that they don't work, and there's like
That's cool.
bonuses and stuff. And I marked what day it is with yellow. So it is Hornet. It is the day of Hornet, 17th of the Bloom. Day of the Hornet. So yeah, there'll be like random shit that happens. There'll be holidays, and like sometimes you guys are gonna be out of town and miss shit, but so I'm not gonna put like a ton of prep into things. But if there's like a venture hook or something like that, I can incorporate them. Oh, well, I do want to get all your players, the characters' birthdays in game. So, like, if you want to convert your real life one, I can do that. If you just want to give me your real life birthday, if you want to make something up, I can convert that. Or if you want to pick something on the calendar, you can do that too. Because now our characters will age. And I'm so into it.
I actually like that a lot.
So, like, if somebody picked Eric Cockra, they better.
I was about to say, we already had someone age.
I want to go with the second day of the 7th month because I like my real life birthday.
What's your real life birthday?
The second day of the 7th month.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing about these months is they're 28-day months. There's 13 28-day months. So the second of the second month in this would not be technically the same day as your real life birthday because it's a lunar calendar. I have the.
Okay. Yeah,
I can convert it. I can convert it. So let me see. You said July 2nd. Yeah, this shit is so cool. This is one of the coolest, cooler books I've got. It's like not a huge thing, but it's like a little. It's like immersion, you know.
It's gonna work out to what, like July 10th or 11th or something like that, or Wheel-Wind.
7/2 is yeah, Wheel-Wind. 7/15 would be, or is Wheel-Wind the 7th month? Yeah. So if the 15th is Thobin's birthday, Wheel-Wind.
My birthday is on Market Day.
Oh yeah, the wrong one. How about you, Mags?
I was thinking my birthday, but I'm gonna look at the calendar first, and I'll let you know.
All right. You don't like game it like, oh, I want to be born on this cool ass thing, but like if it's, or some of it it's like full moons and stuff. But yeah. There is also astrology signs attached to oh, I should probably tell you that before I let you go, because I want you to write these down. And then you can go, Thobin, if you want. Okay, Wheel-Wind. The sign is Obelisk the coin, or also known as coins.
I think I picked well.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I'm gonna give you the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to open up my character sheet.
Sign Obelisk the coin, known as coins. Day traits.
Thobin's low-key hoping the gnomes invite him to their religion.
Why is that?
It's all about gold and money.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh wow, you get a quirk out of this, off of your sign, and it's called Wealth Magnet.
What will you look?
You get a little small feature. It's nothing crazy. Starts with double normal funds of that. We're past that, and gain a small bonus when fencing treasure. So I'll just put gain a small bonus. I'll probably just make that up on the fly. I'm not going to assign a percentage to it. But there's a negative quirk also.
You could always even just like make my bank interest rate like 3% instead of 2%.
That's big.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I would.
Okay, so it says negative quirk, high maintenance. I don't think you have to do this, but it says must always buy the most expensive objects, services, or foods possible. And that just doesn't sound like you. All right, Joel, do you have one?
I'll just do my real life birthday.
All right, that's August what?
24th.
Is this for Ark or for Rose?
Ooh, that's a good question because I guess I need both. This will be for Ark.
I won't put Ark's on there right now since he's technically dead. But
So it's 18 days past. It should be just doing math in my head.
you said you're the 24th, right? Yeah, you're Barracuda, the 12th day of Starfall.
So Ark's birthday is the 12th day of Starfall. And now make Rose's my mom's birthday.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I'll put Arc on it. Fuck it.
It just makes sense.
All right, and what's your mom's birthday?
April 11th.
Oh, it's by my mom's. 3 days after mine. I think I knew that somehow. Or just like I know a lot of people with birthdays in April.
Mad people in my family all have their birthday in January. Like my granddad, my grandma, and like 2 or 3 of my uncles had their birthdays all in January, like right in a row.
Okay, so Rose's is actually Rose just had her birthday.
Hey, we
On the
gotta have a birthday.
13th. The 13th is Rose's birthday. So yeah, make her 1 year older.
13th day of the bloom.
Yeah, 13th day of the bloom. Lion. Yeah, I like it because it's close enough to the real. It's like different enough to make it interesting, but it's not so different that it's like I have to learn a whole new system. Like it's just like, all right, everything's 28 days. There's an extra month. There's no weeks.
No, 106.
What would April 3rd be?
April 3rd would be crocodile. The 9th, day of the bloom.
That'd be my birthday, but
Oh, you're also right by my mom.
What's the constellation?
Arborecia of the Green. Known as so Dryads is like the short version.
Let's see what kind of useless perk I get.
Yeah,
No,
Bobin's was not that useless.
No, I'm saying no. I'm sure mine wasn't. I'm sure it's not going to be useless. Not
I
in
was
real life.
surprised. I thought it was gonna be. I mean, that's not. It's pretty up to me. So I'm like, I can nerf it to what I want it to be. I can just make it at 5 extra silver or whatever every time. I don't think that's what I'm gonna do though. I mean, this all sounds like Rose. It's it's how like astrology works is that it's like vague enough that you can apply it to yourself. These kind of how it worked that way, and it's kind of cool. It didn't work exactly for Thoven. Well, no, it worked really well for Thoven, and I think other than the green, like the nature stuff, but it's all about what it represents, the symbolism, more than like the actual thing. Okay, all right, there's your thing, and then the quirk, positive quirk, is natural affinity. Receive a small bonus on outdoor skills. So that would be survival.
Oh, okay.
This book is also system agnostic. So it's supposed to work with like Pathfinder or Savage Worlds or whatever. So I'm just going to say +1 to survival checks. Negative quirk. So it says seasonal. You receive a small penalty to something that I decide. So I would say skill. It's a skill checks, attack rolls, or something else that's not in D&D. And for one season of your choice.
So whenever the season hits, then I just get whatever season it is hits, then that's whenever I get the negative.
The debuff, yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not that bad. We're doing it.
Considering that we walk for a month at a time, we'd like start a session with it. We'd walk and then come back to town, and it would be over. So yeah.
What season? What season? I didn't find special names for them yet. So for now, we'll just say the same as ours. That's the question. What season? Winter, I would assume.
My food just got here, so I'm bouncing off. Later,
All
guys.
right, man.
Take it easy, mate.
Joel, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
What season?
Winter.
Oh, okay. All right, Magger, are you picking one now, or are you waiting?
I'll do my birthday. That's fine.
All right. Well, then you have the same shit.
Crocodile.
You have the
I
same
guess I'll
shit.
pick summer.
Okay. You just add those your features to your sheets. It's this reminds me of like picking what sign you're born under for Elder Scrolls games.
A little bit.
And there's like a small buff you get from that. Magrin. So Magrin, you just aged a year as well. All right. All right. That's it for me. Is there anything else that you guys want to take care of before I get out of here?
Nope, none I can think of.
All right. Well, then once we get the rest of the people figured out, if it's just going to be, I'm at Adventures is going to be one other player. Unless Gabe is elected the representative for the poor people.
Listen, I've been trying to tell him, and I know y'all can probably vouch for this. I've been telling him since Ark was still around that he needs to go ahead and embrace that godhood and kind of step into that a little bit. Like that could be something that could really be a
like
thing.
Start a cult?
Not start a cult, but like
I can see him starting a cult.
Just go ahead and just fucking be there and do dope Jesus type beat shit without like without the extra shit. Go ahead and like turn like water into hand.
Yeah, Jesus was a representative of the poor.
Jesus chilled with poor. Jesus kicked whores.
Jesus loved poor.
That's what I'm saying.
He loved poor. He loved whores. That's what he always said.
Whores and whores.
Yeah, get on his Jesus life. He doesn't like so the other day I just mentioned like, oh
my god, he just hopped into the stream to see that or hear that.
Is he in the stream? No, I have no viewers.
He just said it.
Who? Gabe?
Yeah.
Where is he?
He heard that. I don't know.
Where did you see him say something? Are you messing with me?
In the general chat.
Oh, I might be on the wrong one. Yeah, I am. Minutes look good. Solid politicking boys. We were talking about Jesus life and how Gabe could run for poor people representative of Psalm. Peasant representative.
You can represent the poor or the adventurers. Those are two things.
Yeah, he can run for two things. That's one more than everyone else.
Gabe, the poorest adventurer.
Yeah, imagine the adventurers are gonna want to vote. But all right, I'm getting out of here. I'm hungry. It was a productive evening. All right, y'all.
Indeed, it was.
Have a good night.
You do the same. Thank you.
Peace. I'm leaving your stream. Hope you had a nice one. Follow me if you'd like. Poopy doopy. Is anyone else streaming I should raid? I always forget to raid.
Shadow
Bodak,
Legends.
I turned on Twitch, heard "Embrace Godhood," and went back to COD.
That's it. Who do we want to raid? This guy's playing.
I might stream something. I might play some Master Chief.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about your computer shit. What's going on with it?
Been fine.
Have you streamed with it yet?
No, I have not streamed with it, so that'll be the test. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and that'll be the true mark of where we're at.
Actually, I might hop on Master Chief Collection with you. See if this little handheld thing can handle it. I've played in the firefight and shit, but I don't know how campaign would be.
I mean, if you want to play, I think